Chapter 1, verse 4.
Sovereign of the Day of Recompense.
Even though Allah, the Exalted, is the sovereign of every day and all things, the day of recompense has specifically been highlighted as on this day none of the creation will deny his sovereignty, whereas there are plenty of people which do deny this fact in this world. This indicates that the one who actualizes this fact in this world through sincere obedience by fulfilling the commands of Allah, the Exalted, refraining from his prohibitions and by facing destiny with patience according to the traditions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, will be at peace with the sovereignty of Allah, the Exalted, on the Day of Judgment. In addition, when Allah, the Exalted, makes it clear in this verse that no one will have any authority to sway their final judgment or the final judgment of others without the permission of Allah, the Exalted, i.e., intercession, irrespective of how much influence and authority they possessed during their lives on earth. It will encourage them to use their authority and influence in ways pleasing to Allah, the Exalted, before they completely lose it on the Day of Judgment, instead of being fooled into committing oppression of others through it. This verse reminds one to remember that the one who uses their authority correctly in this world will be blessed by the Sovereign on the Day of Recompense, but the one who misuses it will lose it and will be humiliated by Allah, the Exalted, on the Day of Judgment. There will be no authority or influence other than the sovereignty of Allah, the Exalted, on the Day of Judgment. Chapter 40, verse 16.
The day they come forth, nothing concerning them will be concealed from Allah. To whom belongs all sovereignty this day? To Allah, the One, the Prevailing.
In addition, the main verse also indicates an important teaching of Islam, namely, equality. The fact that there will be no sovereignty on the Day of Judgment except Allah's, the Exalted, reminds one that in reality there is no sovereignty even in this material world except Allah's, the Exalted, even if this fact is not obvious. By understanding this truth, the Muslim will not believe they are superior to others because of their authority or social influence. Instead, they will remember that in reality all sovereignty belongs to Allah, the Exalted, alone, and the only thing which makes one superior to others is their level of piety. In a narration found in Sahih Muslim, number 6543, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, advised that Allah, the Exalted, does not judge people based on their outward appearance or their wealth. Instead, he observes and judges people's inward intention and their physical actions. The first thing to note is that a Muslim should always correct their intention when performing any deed, as Allah, the Exalted, will only reward them when they perform righteous deeds for his sake. Those who perform deeds for the sake of other people and things will be told to gain their reward from those who they acted for on Judgment Day, which will not be possible. This has been warned in a narration found in Jami' at-Tirmidhi, number 3154. In addition, this hadith indicates the importance of equality in Islam. A person is not superior to others by worldly things such as their ethnicity or wealth, even though many Muslims have erected these barriers such as social castes and sects, thereby believing some are better than others. Islam has clearly rejected this concept and declared that in this respect all people are equal in the sight of Islam. The only thing which makes one Muslim superior to another is their piety, meaning how much they fulfill the commands of Allah, the Exalted, refrain from his prohibitions and face destiny with patience. Chapter 49, verse 13.
Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you.
A Muslim should therefore busy themselves in obeying Allah, the Exalted, by fulfilling his rights and the rights of people, and not believe that something they possess or belong to will somehow save them from punishment. The Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, has made it clear in a narration found in Sahih Muslim, number 6853, that the Muslim who lacks in righteous deeds, meaning the obedience of Allah, the Exalted, will not be increased in rank because of their lineage. In reality, this applies to all worldly things such as wealth, ethnicity, gender or social brotherhoods and castes.